Okay, so I chose not to do as many keyways on this as I was thinking about originally. I just wound up doing a pair. This is the depth that, that's interesting. They don't cut to quite the same depth. Anyways, this is the depth that the keyway actually needs to be cut to. This is where I'm going to start at. Now, it probably bears to mention that this is one of those things that should probably have a disclaimer. Don't ever do this at home. The best way to probably do this would probably be with a press. But I really don't have a press set up to do anything like this. So doing it like this. Yeah. I'll bring you guys around to this side here in a minute. Anyways, high-speed steel, hammer. You guys can kind of see where this is going, I think, now at this point. Anyways, I've done something kind of like this in the past. You can see the chipped out material there. So this time around, I've kind of blunted the edge of the high-speed steel, or rounded over the edge of the high-speed steel so that it doesn't chip as badly. And the actual end that I'm going to be cutting with, I've got the nose kind of blunted so that it's not digging in as much. And this is kind of at an angle so that it'll just, this edge is at an angle so it'll just kind of, hopefully, in theory, glide along the steel of the arbor, I guess you could call that, the guide. So anyways, I don't think I'm going to get much of a cut on the first one, but let me bring you guys around to the other side here and you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see. It's probably not a good idea to drive it into the hardened steel jaws of that thing either, so I'm going to rotate this a little bit. If this was not such an oddball size, I would have probably gone forward with putting more keyways in here. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but this is kind of an odd size, so I'm never going to use this again after this project, unless I have to replace this pulley. But the idea would be to have these slots cut at various depths, and then hopefully I wouldn't need any shim stock. I could just keep incrementing from one slot to the next until I get to full depth, is the theory. All right. And I'm going to need a punch to finish this out. Voila. course, now I have to get the whole thing back apart again to reset this. So after this, where am I going to go from here? That's kind of a problem too. Anyways, this is just kind of my impromptu thing for how to broach a keyway on something. It's not pretty, but I think with a little fumbling around, it's going to be effective. Okay, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pause for a little bit while I reset this for the next cut, and I'll bring you guys back once I've got some shim stock set up and ready to go again. Okay, now I'm kind of partially ready for round 2. I think I'm going to grab a little oil. Keep things at least a little bit slippery. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm getting there at least. It's a process, but I'm winning. Come on, looking a little better. Anyways, it's cutting. Sun's probably messing with you guys, but it's going to take me several runs through this to get where I need to be, so I won't bore you guys with the details. This is like one of the last major hurdles I have before I can power up the planer. Yeah, I don't think it's really showing up on the video, but it is cutting. Anyways, I didn't feel comfortable just drilling further and further this way to cheat the keyway, because I don't have a whole lot of extra material left on this pulley. So that's why I opted to cut a square key in this thing. You know, not really the sort of thing I wanted to do very badly, but you know, it is what it is. Small hiccup in comparison to where I've been with the worm gear and worm wheel. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later.